Hello, this is John from caveofprogramming.com. In this tutorial we're going to look at inner beans. So we've seen in the last tutorial this jungle example where I've got a jungle and I'm setting a bean called largest, setting a property called largest using the ID of another bean, which is actually here. And I've also got a list of beans here, and I'm setting the list to refer to other beans, which I've got defined down here. You can also, if you want, use inner beans. You can use a bean within a bean. This is kind of really just appropriate if you just want to use a bean in one place, because you can't refer to inner beans again in another place. So let's take an example. We've got this property here called elephant, which is set to refer to my elephant bean down here. What we could do is I could get rid of this ref attribute on the property, and I could cut elephant from down here and paste it in here. Let's do Ctrl-Shift-F to format that. And now, so what I've got is within the opening and closing property tags, I'm actually defining the bean that I want to set that property. And if I save this and run it, we can see that it works. It doesn't work at all. I'm not quite sure what I've done wrong here. Let's take a look. Yeah, I know. So it doesn't work now because I've still got this ref element in my list of beans that sets the animal's property. I've got that set to refer to elephant. And this illustrates actually nicely, albeit unintentionally, something that I wanted to explain, which is that if you've got a bean defined as an inner bean, as I said earlier, I think, you can't then refer to it somewhere else. So this bean is scoped to here. And the ID, in fact, is not now terribly useful. We might as well delete it. We can't refer to it here. Let's just get rid of this. And now it will work. So if I click run, then we see that it's working. So the difference now is just that I'm, instead of setting this property to a bean that's defined elsewhere, I've just got this inner bean, and that inner bean can only be used here. We can't refer to it now anywhere else because it's an inner bean. We can use inner beans to set values in a list as well. So I could take these beans here and paste them in again here, and I'll do Ctrl-Shift-F, and now you can see that my beans are now inner beans within the list tag, which sets this property, animals, which you'll recall from the last tutorial is a list. And well, I can run that and that will work. So there we go. If I want an elephant in this list as well, I can't use this elephant anymore, as we just saw. But I could always copy it and define it again. And that's the disadvantage of inner beans, that if you decide you want to refer to your inner beans somewhere else, well, you're stuck. You'll just have to redefine it somewhere else. And as I say, the IDs are not terribly useful since we can't refer to inner beans anywhere else anyway, by ID or by name or anything else. But as you can see, this now works before. Just that I'm using, as before, I'm just using inner beans instead of independently defined beans. So something that's quite handy. We're going to move on to looking at setting map properties as well. But that's it for this tutorial. So until next time, happy coding.